baseball to talk about the world's largest sporting event, that being the World Cup, and many of us took part in a program called 23andMe, taking a DNA test to find out our true ancestry. And some of the results were a little surprising, and those results help us follow that team during the World Cup. Now, Gooby, I'm going to start with you. And when you got those results back, were you surprised by what you saw?
Stunned. I thought for sure I was at least 50% Hungarian. And it turns out, no, I was not Hungarian at all. Because both my grandparents came from Hungary, yet I'm not Hungarian.
So that being said, who are you rooting for?
Well, I'm rooting for Germany.
Team Germany.
Yeah, Team Germany. I am pumped up for that one right here. Oh, these are fantastic jerseys, by the way.
Defending champ, Scoop.
Well, you know what? Not that I'm a front runner or anything. Timo Werner is an outstanding scorer, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, the jerseys are fantastic. Me being me, I'm always going to go with the team that has the best chance to win.
You did that right.
Yes.
Well, certainly Germany looking for their 5th World Cup victory, so you're certainly riding the favorite train here. But not too shabby. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch and check out the jersey you got going on there. Got your name on the back, got the cool scarf going on.
It's looking good.
I like it. That's a good look for you.
Yes.
Keep that going. Oh, the number 23.
Nice.
Well done.
23.
Oh, we got some poppers. Very festive here in the broadcast booth. That scared me to death.
That scared her.
Oh, my gosh. Our stage manager. Oh, okay. So anyways, Jose, let's turn our attention to you. So first of all, when you saw the results, were there any surprises for you as well?
There was. I mean, I was born in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic. I knew about migration and the ships that arrived in those islands, back in the 1400s. But, just to see the distribution, I knew there's some West African in me because of my father's influence, but just to see the graphics, the percentages, and how they were distributed, it was pretty stunning.
All right, Jose, that being said, who will you be rooting for the 2018 World Cup?
It's going to be in honor of my mom. That is Team España. Yes, we're going to go with the Españoles, of course. Great tradition all the way around. And when it comes down to this type of competition, and the personalities, the influence they've had around the world, and of course, the mighty league in Spain just brings me to reveal, obviously, not just the jersey, but there's more to this. I'm also going to show you the last name that I picked for this jersey because it really touches my heart to talk about why and where it all came from. So, know the migration from West Africa into the Iberian Peninsula. Well, Bobadilla is my mom's ancestor's last name. So, for mom, here it is. Bobadilla, it's all yours.
I love it. Spain won it back in 2010. Gosh, it's getting festive in here.
Yeah.
Give me some earplugs, will you, for those poppers. All right, let's go down to the dugout. We saw Victor Rojas staying dry down there. He's already got the jersey and the scarf on. All right, so we know who you're going for.
I'm going for Spain. Vamos, España.
Victor, when you got the results back, were you surprised or did it all make sense?
No, it all made sense. My parents are both from Cuba, and as Jose just pointed out to you, obviously with migration, a good population of people from Cuba came from Spain. So I think it was about 68% Spanish. I think the one number that surprised me a little bit throughout the whole process that I was just about 12% Italian, which was a little surprising for me. But overall, I had 2 choices, I guess, to choose from as far as picking a team, and it was either Spain or Portugal, and I went ahead and picked Team Spain.
Teammate.
I love it. We got 2 Spains and a Germany here.
It's a Caribbean thing, man. Come on now.
What about you?
Well, unfortunately, I missed the boat on this whole thing, so I had to start my own program. I call it Mom and Me. Sent a text to my mom, and I said, hey, it's me.
That's you.
What
are you?
What am I? She said, well, your grandpa came over from Germany at a very young age, so you're more German than anything else. And Corbinian holder for the Ducks is German. So I'm like, you know what?
Nice.
I'm going to represent Team Germany. Here we go.
Frenchie.
Go ahead, Frenchie. We'll take care of you here, buddy.
Way to go.
Yes.
Frenchie, I love the fact that you called Mom and said, what am I? That's beautiful.
That's a loaded question. I know. But, yeah, very cool. So let's take a look at the groupings here. Coming up, Germany, Group F. Just from the research, Gooby, I've been told they're going to skate through this grouping.
I asked Andelton Simmons, I figured that would be the first person you want to know as far as the favorites, and he did say Germany and Spain.
Oh, yes.
Nico. And I figured that's the best guy to go to is Anderson Simmons because he loves soccer. So we're pretty good up here in the booth where we're representing.
Spain, I tell you what, Spain's got a new coach, and they've changed out their defense a little bit. They're changing to a different format. Spain's going to run away with it. It's not even going to be close. Just mark it down. Take it to Vegas, put your money down, slap it down.
Victor, way to pick us up.
That's it.
Portugal, biggest matchup.
That's
The
it.
boundaries, the border, everything, it all plays well there.
I love it. All right, fellas, well done. So it's Germany against Spain as far as we're concerned here. They could meet in the semis. That could be it as far as I'm concerned.
Well, then, we might have to drop the gloves in at that point.
I have to take my price tag off, though, before I can put this thing on. All right, fellas, best of luck. I am Team Germany as far as
Way to
we're
go,
all
Frenchie.
concerned. Yeah, thanks to my grandpa Hazy. Yes. All right, well, do not forget, we have the 2018 FIFA World Cup. It is coming up. 300 matches live. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and the biggest sporting event, of course, is right here on Fox and FS1. Go Germany!
By the way,
Go Germany.
thank you. That was terrific.
That is
23andMe.
awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, outstanding.
Hey, thanks, Mom.
No one agrees on the best. Everyone agrees on the two best. One controls the game, one finishes it. Does it matter who wins?
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. This game scheduled originally for 1:10 local time, and it is just now about 5:10 local time, so a very long rain delay. Unfortunately, the Angels and the Twins will play this afternoon, thus avoiding the doubleheader tomorrow afternoon that was bantied about quite a bit earlier today. The Angels traveling to Seattle didn't want to play the double dip, so fortunately the weather broke up here, Gooby, and it's nice to see that the pitching and everything stays on track.
Yeah, nobody really did any, getting ready for the game type exercise the whole time. So it really basically is a 5 o'clock start for all these players, especially the pitchers. Didn't warm up until the proper time.
Let's take a look at the lineup for Mike Scioscia. The Angels at 36 at 28, 4.5 back in the American League West. We'll have Kinsler leading things off at second, Trout's at center. Upton is in left. Pujols at DH. Valbuena at third base. Zach Kozar at the shortstop. Jose Miguel Fernandez at first base. Jose Briseño, the catcher. And Michael Hermosillo back in the starting lineup. He'll bat ninth and patrol right field as they take on the 30-year-old right-hander native of Greenfield, Indiana. Kyle Gibson is his name.
Yeah, fastball is 91, 96, slider, curve, changeup. His fastball velocity up this season, but my go-tos to be successful against him is bring that fastball in the zone, especially whether he's trying to go above it or below, and hit and run mindset, especially because he's a pitch to contact guy, get a lot of ground balls. Hit and run should be very good against him.
We'll check out the Twins on the defensive side real quick. And it looks like this: Rosario, Lamar, Kepler in the outfield. Escobar, Adrianza, Dozier, Sano from third to first. Bobby Wilson, our old friend, behind the plate.
And Kepler, Max Kepler in right field, has been very good as far as that throwing arm. 18 outfield assists since 2016. That's fourth best behind Cole Calhoun, Mookie Betts, and Josh Reddick in that right field position.
Ian ready to lead things off. Multi-hit game last night. They're going 2 for 4 with a single. And a 2-run home run. First one this afternoon is in there for a strike. Ian hitting .218. 7 home runs, 16 runs batted in, has 11 doubles. Foul into the dugout, in and out of the dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Gibson making his 13th start of the season. Crazy to think. 4 decisions.
Yeah, especially American League pitcher. National League, you might see that a little bit more so with pinch hitting.
Left side, Adrianza. Shortstop has it. Kinsler retired for the first out.
And my Hyundai key for this game today for the Angels to be successful against Gibson and the Minnesota Twins. Going to the replacements. Minnesota ban within your reach. That means bring that fastball in your zone to be able to make good, consistent contact with the barrel of the bat against Kyle Gibson today.
Trout takes outside for ball 1. His average at .305 after going hitless last night, 0 for 4. Angels picking up the victory by the final of 4-2. 7 hits for both teams. Two balls, no strikes. Like Lance Lynn last night. Looks like we're seeing that 4-seam away, 2-seam in on right-handed batters. Little jam shot to center field. Trout's on board with his first hit of the series, a 1-out single.
And now 5 for 13 in his career versus Gibson. Top 3 in the order for the Angels today, all with batting average. Batting average is over 300 against Kyle Gibson. Some late movement in upper part of the strike zone fastball. Trout able to fight that one off, base hit in the center.
Second time the Angels have faced Gibson this year. Met up with him on May the 12th at the Big A. He went 6 innings, gave him 2 runs on 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, got the dreaded no decision. Upton looks at a strike. Justin hitting .260. Walk and a home run last night. The home run off Addison Reed in the 8th inning. Help extend the Angels' lead. That is hammered but fouled on the left field line.
Gibson really difficult to steal against because he has that quick slide step. He will hold the baseball, he'll quick pitch. But you can't hit and run on him because you're going to make contact, especially on the ground most times.
Missed it. A 1-2 count. Jim Reynolds called the balls and strikes. Bruce Streckman at first, Roberto Ortiz at second, Mike Estabrook was the plate umpire last night over at third base.
Boy, a lot of room on that right side of the infield, especially with 2 strikes.
A 1-2 count. Trout with a single, stands at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takes a called strike 3. Got a fastball at 94. 2 outs. First strikeout for Gibson.
When that fastball comes back, he gets the upper part of the strike zone. Mentioned his fastball velocity up this season, 92.6 miles per hour. His average fastball was around 92 last season. Doing a lot more fastballs at the upper part of the strike zone.
Angels saw that quite a bit last night from Lance Lynn. Here's Albert. 248 batting average as they check in on Trout. Pujols 0 for 4 with a strikeout. 69 degrees at first pitch. Overcast skies, little breeze blowing. Albert trying to shoot it the other way. Behind the count at 0-2.
Almost as if they have 2 third basemen here, the way they have the defense set up in the left side of the infield. A lot of room on that right side.
Ball and 2 strikes. Credit to many here that stayed throughout the entire rain delay. Pretty decent number of folks having stuck around.
Yeah.
Gates opening up early. Clearly the Tarpo's on the field from the minute we got here. 1-2. Albert bounces this one right to second. That's Dozier on the shortstop side. Halos are done here in the first. We're at the bottom of the first inning with no score. Series over the weekend in Minneapolis.
These are good luck charms. They say they're 29-10 when they have been on the road and rooting on the Angels. Chaz,
take his word for it. He is everywhere. Let's take a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the Minnesota Twins, who roll into this one with a 27-33 mark. Dozier will lead things off at second. Rosario's in left. Escobar at third base today. Grossman the DH. Kepler's in right. Sano at first. Adrianza at shortstop. Lamar is in center field. Bobby Wilson batting ninth, doing the catching. Is Tyler Skaggs makes his 13th start of the season, 4-4 with a 3.27 ERA.
He's throwing the ball very well on the road. My go-tos for Tyler to be successful today against Minnesota is arm side fastball command. That backs up his changeup there and elevate for effect. He can get those swing and misses, but it sets up his curveball from that same plane.
First one is upstairs. Dozier gives it batting 243. 12 doubles, 2 triples, 9 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Twins second baseman 0 for 4 last night. 2-0.
See that reaction? He got a changeup there. 2-0 by Dozier from Tyler Skaggs. He has a much better feel for his changeup.
Lifted. Middle part of the infield. Briseño calling for it. One down. Take a look at the defense for the Angels this afternoon. Upton, Trout, Hermosillo in the outfield from left to right. Valbuena, Cozart on the left side. Kinsler, Fernandez on the right. Briseño behind the plate.
Zach Cozart at shortstop, making his 7th start in that position. He's also played 15 games at second, 32 at third base, though. But prior to this stint here now with the Angels, all his seasons with Cincinnati, a shortstop and a solid shortstop for the Reds.
Filling in for the injured Andrelton Simmons. Here's Eddie Rosario. Left fielder hitting .315. 14 home runs, 16 doubles, 43 runs batted in. Multi-hit game last night, going 2 for 4, 2 singles. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball fouled straight back. Tyler faced the Twins on May the 11th. Got a no decision. Went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs. Had 7 strikeouts through 98 pitches.
Good curveball there again for Skaggs.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Not quite the crowd we saw last night on the Prince night.
That was pretty cool. They did a great job with that.
Certainly did. Down he goes. Chase the high fastball around his neck. 2 outs.
Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by a Ram truck. Speaking of some solid defense, last night, Luis Valbuena, sprint speed of 22.8 feet per second, was able to cover a little over 103 feet to be able to catch that pop-up. It was all about the angle that Luis Valbuena took. Garrett Richards loved that play by Luis Valbuena last night on that pop-up.
Eduardo Escobar takes just inside, switch hitting. Shortstop, playing third base today. 298 hitter. 12 home runs. Down the line, foul. One ball, 1 strike. Well, if these swings are any indication, tells you a little life on that fastball.
Yeah.
May not light up a radar gun, but certainly coming out of the hand nicely.
Yeah, especially that one, even on the swing and miss against Rosario, 93, but it was upstairs. Talk about that elevation of his fastball. Tried it again, but just a little bit too high. But now he has that option of running a fastball back up or start that curveball in that same plane.
Toughest part for a starting pitcher when you get a rain delay such as this?
this to keep that edge going. And you want to make sure you try to keep everything as normal as possible.
A bouncer to Fernandez. He'll take it himself in a quick 15-pitch first inning for Tyler Skaggs as he retires the side in order. We're off to the second, scoreless.
Drive to success, the Halos, as far as driving the baseball out of the ballpark. 85 home runs this season. That's the 4th most in the bigs. 69 home runs in the first 64 games last season. They've really been swinging the bat well as far as the home run ball. Last 15 games, 23 home runs. Be tested against a pitcher today that doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Gibson has given up 6.
Valbuena, Cozart, Fernandez for the Angels here in the second. Pitch way in off the plate.
Early on, we're seeing Gibson pitching inside, both the lefties and righties. Mentioned that's what Lance Lynn did last night, very effectively.
Valbuena swinging through the breaking ball, 1-2. Luis hitting .236. 10 extra base hits, 20 runs batted in. There's Lance Lynn. Lynn last night, 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, getting a no decision. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Victor, even go back to what you asked at the end of the last half inning as far as routines and stuff for pitchers. When they have that long of a rain delay, 4 hours, you just try to maintain the same thought process you would have if it was a game was going to be played a little bit earlier. Don't do too much as far as stretching and throwing. You wait till that last minute when you hear from your pitching coach and manager, okay, this is when you're going to be ready to go, and that's when you start getting that game face going.
Count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shift on.
They do a lot of shifting.
Yeah, they do.
Minnesota. And we're talking to Paul Molitor about that last time when the Twins were in Anaheim. So this is the way his pitchers have been very good as far as hitting spots.
Jammed and pulled foul. Nice play.
Now you can't put the shift on a lot if you don't have pitchers that pitch towards that shift. That means if you're going to have it like this set up against left-handed batter, you're going to have breakables in, fastballs in, but on occasion to show something soft, the change up away to get him to try to roll over, hit the right side of the infield.
Valbuena pulls it foul. The count remains even at 2-2. Gibson has had his issues here at home. This is his 7th home start, 0-2 with a 5.28 earned run average. Opponent's batting average of .289 here at Target Field. 1-1 with a 2.13 out on the road.
And pretty firm fastball again so far in this game at 95.
A little different approach for these Twins pitchers than what we saw in years past. The whole philosophy of pitch to contact.
Yeah, keep it lower part of the strike zone, two-seam sinking fastballs. See him picked ahead of Mike Trout in the draft in 2009.
College player out of the University of Missouri. Or Missouri. If you're from the area. Good little plate appearance here for Luis. Ten pitches so far. Saw this last night with Max Kepler. Garrett Richards. Two. Full count. Here's the payoff. And he gets it. Went back to that breaking ball down and in. 1 out. Second strikeout for Gibson.
It's the perfect pitch when you think about a hard slider down and in after you've established a fastball in. So you have to be aware of that. For Luis Valbuena, tried to get the barrel of the bat out quick enough, but unable to make contact.
There's Cozart, a .230 batting average. 1 for 4 last night with a single. So far, Gibson has pitched to that shift. Go away here. Cozart shoots one out toward right center field. Kepler gliding over. 2 down.
Now it's time for the Coors Light refreshing finish. Fernandez, his first at bat in the big leagues, brought his hands up and lines that baseball in to right center field, picking up that first major league hit. Miguel Fernandez, what a moment, what a smile he had on his face.
Finished 1 for 3 before being removed. Defensive replacement. Has a 1-0 count. 30-year-old native of Santa Clara, Cuba. His major league debut last night.
30 years old, so that journey to get here to the big leagues, what a moment. Saw him last night on the bus too. What a smile he still had on his face.
Two-0 pitch. Takes a strike. 2-1. Good numbers at AAA Salt Lake. 345 with 10 home runs, 39 runs batted in. He's played first, second, and third at AAA. Even DH'd a couple of games. Pulls this one to the right side. Sano's there. Gibson with a 1-2-3 second. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the frame. Toronto Blue Jays in town. It's a 7:07 start and receive a Jolly Trout Nutcracker courtesy of Old Dominion while supplies last. For information, go to angels.com.
It's getting closer and closer.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Grossman, Kepler, Sano for the Twins here in the second. Tyler Skaggs with a 1-2-3 first. Grossman homered last night. That was in the 6th inning off Garrett Richards. At that point gave the Twins a 2-1 lead. Hill a soft liner. Kozar with a diving catch, 1 out.
That's a good move, trying to catch that baseball before it hits the dirt, especially with that swing, that top hand swing for Grossman. That would have been a tough play on the backhand for Kozar. Fastball cut back in, and he dives and makes an outstanding play on that baseball. Otherwise, it's going to be a difficult one to backhand and plant and throw across the diamond.
Kepler comes in batting .239. .331 on base percentage. Single little walk last night. He's ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes. Skies have lightened up here. Lights have been on at Target Field from the get-go. So off the bat, flipped into the seats. 2-1.
Yeah, he's been much better against left-handed pitching this season for Max Kepler. Last year struggled against lefties. This season it's been solid. 300 batting average, 305, 4 home runs, 13 RBI, but against right-handed pitching, just 211.
Funny how guys sometimes make the adjustment because it's something that they need to work on, yet it's to the detriment of what perhaps was a strength, and that was hitting right-handers.
Pretty good separation between his fastball and his curveball, 20 miles an hour so far tonight.
Full count.
But when you think about it, though, if you're Max Kepler, you're going to face a lot more right-handed pitching than with left-handed, so you would stay with your strength there to begin with. Speaking of strong.
3-2, driven out toward left field, slicing back toward Upton. 2 outs. Little ring up Sano. Sano 1 for 4, credited with a double in the 2nd inning last night. Picked up an RBI and also struck out 3 times. 203 batting average. 15 extra base hits with 26 runs batted in. Three strikeouts for no, giving him 60 now. It's 33 games this year. He's already spent some time with the DL.
Well, anticipation with the eyes the way they're set up there for a day game earlier today, 4-hour delay, almost a night game.
Does this get classified as a night game? From a statistical standpoint, at what point does that turn into a night game? Is it anything like after 4 o'clock or something? After 5 o'clock? 1-2. Pulled, and that's over the reach of Valbuena. Hanging breaking ball. And Sano will end up at second base with a clean double with 2 outs here in the 2nd.
This curveball just stayed up, and Sano did a nice job of staying back on it. He initially fooled by the speed of the pitch. He kept the bat back in the strike zone and lines it over the head of Luis Valbuena for a double. 9th double this season.
Prevents Skaggs from starting the game with 6 up, 6 down. The pitch to Adrianza here, the shortstop. On the man in scoring position. 234 hitter. Adrianza with a couple of home runs, 11 doubles. Takes just off the plate. Switch hitter.
Start him off with the changeup. Skaggs will throw his fastball, curveball, and changeup.
1-1.
Good fastballs. Numbers against his fastball this season: 242 batting average with 6 home runs allowed. 246 versus curveball and changeup, a couple home runs. Back to another changeup. So changeup, fastball, changeup. It was about 11% of his pitches are changeups, 32% curveballs, 57% fastball. That's a 2-seam and 4-seam fastball.
One-two now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Arsenio set that target up high, and Skaggs delivered, but didn't get the swing they were looking for.
Fell back.
These two worked real well together last time out against Texas. Arsenio and Skaggs, 6 shutout innings. Most importantly, threw a little over 66% of his pitches in the strike zone. And then with 6 strikeouts, 107 pitches, 3 walks, one of those 6 shutout innings.
Sano with a big lead at second base, a 2-out double for him. Just off the plate, full count. Last night, perhaps it's a strikeout.
Yes.
Estabrook was calling that pitch.
So far this season, Skaggs has been great in these times where there's been a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. It's the 154 batting average against Skaggs.
Three-two, and he walks it. So Lamar comes up. He's the center fielder. Tough night last night, batting in the number 9 spot, going 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. 270 on the year, 4 doubles, 7 runs batted in. 2 men on now with 2 outs. Love to have that curveball he threw to Sano back.
Yeah, because if he bounces that, he's probably going to get him to chase that.
One ball, 1 strike.
When we talked about that even in the opening, even the pregame show about Tyler Skaggs this season when he's had 2 strikes. He's been able to throw that curveball out of the strike zone, a non-strike. In the past, he throws his curveball and it's been in the strike zone and hitters can adjust to it.
One, 1-2. Just about a 4-hour delay starting this one. Probably could have started around 4 o'clock, to be perfectly honest with you, because it didn't rain much between 4 and 5. Even actually, you go back to like 3:30-ish is when it really stopped raining. Having these meetings every hour on the hour. Seems like the sun trying to peek out now. Lamar fouls this one back to fastball again.
That's a little bit too good of a pitch. Even though it was 95, that got a lot of the strike zone. Lamar was on that fastball straight back. This inning alone, 22 pitches, 13 of them strikes. 15 pitches in the first inning. Might be time where you can go change up or even breaking ball, and you got to be ready on that left side of the infield, especially with Skaggs with his good slow curveball. Be a lot of action at third and short.
It was a quick start to the inning, too. A little soft liner, fly ball to left. A 2-strike double and a walk. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Especially with all the rain today, base runners will probably try to take that extra base on an outfielder because the chances are that baseball will be wet as it's rolling through the grass. Nice play. Happy fan right there in that baseball. Bringing the glove. Nice play.
Two again. Lamar bounces this one to short. They'll go the short way and they'll force out Adrianza for the 3rd out. 2 complete, still scoreless. Angels on Saturday, June 23rd. We continue our Christmas in June celebration. We take on the Blue Jays at 6:07 and stay and enjoy a post-game Very Merry Saturday Night's Fireworks Show presented by Wells Fargo. Go to angels.com for more details. More Angel fans in the house. Julie Essler. We got different ballparks throughout the country. Briseño leading things off. 8-9-1 for the Angels. He'll be followed by Hermosillo and then Kinsler.
Good power for Briseño so far. A couple home runs. In that first game in Yankee Stadium, base hit and a home run. Grew up a Yankee fan. It's a home run in Yankee Stadium. First of his career.
Briseño lifting one out toward shallow right. Kepler toward the foul line. One out. One base runner for the Angels. That was a Trout single in the first. That's been all allowed by Gibson. He's picked up a couple of strikeouts.
A bit of sunshine right now, an advantage for a pitcher. Sunshine dealing with some shadows also. So you have that sunshine and even at the plate area, but before the baseball is delivered, there's a shadow between the mound and home plate.
Michael Hermosillo, 3 for 18 in the big leagues. A couple of doubles. Not played last night. Chris Young got the start in right.
He's able to run that two-seamer back a number of times against right-handed batters so far for Gibson.
Two on count. Top of the order, Kinsler on deck. Good swing. 2-2. Lays off. Did not go. Full count. Payoff pitch, and he'll take a call, strike 3. Another fastball at 94, 2 outs. Third strikeout for Gibson.
And running that two-seamer back gets to that lower part of the strike zone. Framed very well by Bobby Wilson.
Kinsler takes a breaking ball for a strike. He grounded out. The shortstop Adrianza in the first.
It's now 76 strikeouts on the season for Gibson and a little over 71 innings pitched. Not known beforehand to be a big strikeout pitcher.
One. Kinsler skies it foul. 1-2. Old baby blues the Twins used to wear, although it's not a Twins uniform. Like that baby blue, though. Figured that'd come back at some point. As an alternate road uni.
I mean, you look at Kyle Gibson mentioned that about strikeouts this year. 9.6 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. His career, 6.5. As long as they're not those double knit ones that pull over top unis.
2-2 out to deep left field. Going back on it is Rosario at the wall. Gone. Ian Kinsler's done it again. Big fly makes it 1-0. He was fooled on that pitch, Gooby.
He's been strong getting through the baseball. Now it's 3 career home runs against Gibson for Ian Kinsler. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Break a ball out in front, but he kept the bat back enough. And still drives that one out. Hips open up, but he kept the bat back. And one-handed that one out. That's how strong Ian Kinsler is.
8th of the season, 17th run batted in. Here's Trout. Takes upstairs. Mike with a single in his first at bat.
Way back in our first opening, we talked about Ian Kinsler hitting home runs. 6 home runs in the last 11 games.
Okay.
One went around 1-2.
And there's that pitch off the plate. 2-seamer in against right-handed batters. Well, now 86 home runs on the season for the Angels. Just talked about that. 4th most in the majors coming into the game. Another home run. Ian Kinsler has been crushing the ball of late. Urkinski preaching that, lifting that baseball and driving it. So far, so good this season as far as the long ball.
Full count.
That's a dangerous one because that ran up and in on Trout. Take a deep breath.
Upton on deck. Full count on Trout. 1-0 Angels on the Kinsler home run. And a walk. First one issued by Gibson.
It's not unusual for Trout to walk, though. It's 53rd walk of the season for Trout.
Good lead for Trout over first. Breaking ball in there. And Kinsler home run, 8th time in his career. He's homered in at least 3 straight. Career best is 4 straight. May 15th through the 18th, 2016 for the Tigers.
Well, he was a lot of fun when we talked to him after the game last night, explaining how all of a sudden he's got locked in. Started in a bat in Detroit.
That's Lewis Coleman. Oh, 2 count and Upton. In the dirt, Trout stays right there. Two balls, 2 strikes. Gibson very deliberate with each pitch, isn't he? Getting the sign, throw to first.
Especially with a runner on, he really slows it down.
Two, full count. Trout will be on the move.
All of a sudden, the pitch count starting to go up higher for Gibson. 60 pitches. Next one will be pitch number 61. That's averaging over 20 an inning. 26 so far here in this inning.
There goes Trout. Upton rolls a foul. Trout will take off again with the next pitch. We're in the third, 1-0 Angels. There goes Mike. Time was called. Upton tired of waiting. Pujols on deck. There goes Trout again. Upton bounces it foul. Two-out home run for Ian Kinsler. So both starting pitchers in the last half inning for each, getting 2 outs and then struggling to get that final third out. Gibson's case, or I should say Skaggs' case, got out of it, no damage. Gibson gives up a home run, now followed by the walk. And make that back-to-back walks. Try to get him to chase a breaking ball.
Giving Albert a chance now to tie Stan Musial on the all-time RBI list. Potentially pass him with a gapper.
.950 runs batted in, one away from time usual. Trout at second, Upton at first. Gibson's first one downstairs. That's blocked by Bobby. Albert grounded out in the shift. First innings, he's 0 for 1.
A lot of pitches in this inning.
That's off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Looks like he's going to stay away, although he might run that 2-seamer off the plate in now. But if you're Albert, a lot of room that right side of the infield. Well, you might want to take a shot right now and try to drive a fastball a long way here on a 2-0 count. Looks like there's already movement down in the Twins bullpen.
Yeah. Quick movement. He's had 65 pitches here in the third. 2-0 pitch. Albert cuts through it. And a slider.
Saw a lot of those from Lance Lynn last night also. Sliders off the plate.
spin move. Trout's back. McGill first man up for Paul Molitor. 2-1. Albert chases the high fastball. 2-2.
It's kind of unusual, though. You've only given up 1 run and a couple walks, though. But 3rd inning, down by 1, and you have the bullpen up. It may be the reason why there's not many decisions this season for Gibson.
I was going to say, product perhaps of the bad numbers here at home, worried about kind of snowballing on him.
Yep.
He's gotten back into the count at 2-2. Lays off, full count.
And pretty solid ERA when you think about it. 3.54. Opponent's batting average is .214 against Gibson. Yet, his 4 decisions so far.
Malboy on deck. Runners will get a head start. Trout from second, Upton from first.
Imagine he's going to try that 2-seamer to start it off the outside corner to try to bring it back. See if Albert can punch that ball through the right side of the infield.
3-2. And he takes a called strike 3 on a pitch that was off the plate, it looked like. Pujols gets rung up on that fastball. Well, the Angels only get 1 on the Kinsler blast. 8th of the year, 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Third inning. Tyler Skaggs back to work, and he'll face 9, 1 and 2. Wilson, Dozier, and Rosario. Bobby Wilson hitting 174, 4 doubles, a home run, 7 runs batted in. Out towards center. Trout dealing with that sunshine now. He gets around it. Makes the catch, 1 out.
It's all about that angle he took to get a better chance to see that baseball hit right at him. See Trout getting there, trying to see that baseball, and turns his body to be able to have a better shot to be able to track in that baseball into his glove. Especially that baseball will blend in with the sky right now. Very difficult for an outfielder, especially center and right now.
Dozier popped down to Briseño in the first. 0 for 1. One and two. A little ballpark this is, Target Field. View of downtown Minneapolis. Roof would have been nice, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. This ballpark is pretty awesome. The sounds, the limestone all around. Hear that baseball hit the catcher's mitt. Squared up baseball, great sound off the bat.
A pretty decent sized yard too from a hitter's perspective. 411 to the deepest part, just the left of center field. This one rolled over to Kozar. 2 down. Eddie Rosario, the left fielder, coming up. He struck out in Skaggs the first. The only punch out that Skaggs has recorded so far.
I think from Tyler Skaggs, when you look at percentages of first pitch thrown, right around that 50% mark as far as curveball and changeup he throws the first pitch. He has struggled throwing that first pitch strike. 11 batters faced this 3 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Slipped out again.
Now, every once in a while he slows down on his delivery of his breaking ball. That's one thing he tries to get away from, because hitters can see that little slight different arm angle he throws with when he slows down his delivery on this curveball. Well, last time out, you remember, everything was exactly the same.
A little better there.
Yeah.
Two outs here to third, but the Angels up 1-0.
Remember, he ran a high fastball against him last time out. Rosario, though, has a lot of coverage on pitches, and even out of the strike zone.
Foul back.
Here you go, big fella. Hey, thank you, Jimmy.
Previous foul ball.
That's a nice that gesture by that young man. That was their baseball. Okay, here you go.
Out toward left center field. Crowd was shading that way. Tyler Skaggs will have himself a 1-2-3 shutdown inning. 3 complete, 1-0 Angels. Halos up 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And looks like the fans got a baseball too, so maybe someone obliged. And
Yes.
as long as everyone's happy, that's all that matters.
He's ready. He's got his scorecard. He's got his glove. He's
First
ready.
baseman's mitt.
Yes.
It's a young Kent Herbeck.
We saw Herbie earlier today.
You know what? Kind of looks like Kent French as a youngster, doesn't he?
Yes.
A little bit.
Well, everyone wants to be like Kent French.
A 1 count on Luis Valbuena. He struck out. 12 pitch at bat his first time up. 4 strikeouts for Gibson. 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. 1-1. Well, he's backing out of the batter's box. He got himself in a little deep count the first time. Was able to battle back for that slider got him down and in that first inning at bat. Check that second inning at bat.
A lot of pitches so far, 16 of them.
It's that pitch right there, and they wanted to appeal. He did not go.
That was pretty close.
Yep. But a tough June so far for Valbuena. 3 for 16.
Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast. Off the plate, more of the check swing.
It's a skied foul. Tried to sneak a fastball in. That breaking ball is never a strike. If you look where Bobby Wilson is set up, that Gibson breaking ball starts in off the plate. And it's just diving in, but you've got to protect against it because you don't know if it's a 2-seam fastball.
Yeah, because he throws the fastball in enough. You can't just throw that pitch, break a ball off the plate if you haven't established the fastball in.
There it is. That's exactly what we're talking about. Called strike 3. 1 down.
We always talk about that Greg Maddux 2-seam fastball to bring it back. Well, the reason why that was so effective because he threw that little 4-seam cutter off the plate in and then backed it up with that 2-seamer that looked like it was a ball and then runs back in the inside corner. Very similar to that pitch there from Gibson.
Cozart a fly ball to right field in the second. A little bit low. 2-0. Seattle lost earlier today to the Tampa Bay Rays 7-3. This was line to right center field, a base hit. Over to try to cut it off is Lamar. He does so, and he'll hold Cozart to a 1-out single.
That's a good swing there for Cozart. Stay back on that baseball well. That's that fastball away. He's looking away. Real good balance and threw the baseball well. Let that travel deep in the strike zone. Lines to the right center field. Lamar made a nice play on that, cutting that one off.
Del Sano messing with Zach. Good lead for Cozart. Fernandez takes upstairs.
That's some tall targets over there, first base over the years between Morneau. You had Mauer, now Sano. We talked to Kent Herbeck earlier.
He's a big guy.
Yes.
He's a big, big man.
And a funny guy, too.
Jab shot, flare out to shallow right. Dozier going out, dealing with a sunshine, makes the catch. 2 outs. So Fernandez 0 for 2.
remember facing him a number of times, Ken Herbeck, over the years, especially in the Metrodome.
Did he get you?
No, but it was a pretty good story. Like, he had 3 consecutive swings that hit in the upper deck, but just foul. And he's running down the line. He goes, you know, I'm going to get one of those one of these times. And eventually, I threw him a slider would bounce, and he swung and missed. He goes, I hate you. Running back to the dugout. He absolutely crushed 3 in a row. Way out, but just foul.
There's Briseño. Just showed you the retired numbers here at Target Field. Love the fact that in this ballpark, the gates to enter the ballpark as a fan are numbered after the retired numbers. Very easy to remember. It's kind of a cool effect here at Target Field.
They've had some fantastic outfielders and infielders, position players.
There's Kirby Puckett, gate 34. Gate 29, it's got the Rod Carew statue out there.
Boy, Kirby Puckett was a fantastic player and just loved the game. His energy was off the charts.
A bouncer to third. We'll go to second base. Force out Cozart, and the Angels are done here in the 4th. 1-0 Halos. We head to the bottom of the inning.
Brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis, the call of Carl's. And by Purple Bricks. You could save thousands when selling your home. Go to purplebricks.com.
1-0 Angels here, the bottom of the 4th inning. There's that Rod Carew statue we were just talking about. There's Kirby.
That was the home run in the World Series. Off, I think that was one that was off Charlie Lebrand, as a matter of fact.
Sorry, man.
Good guy, Charlie.
Your guy.
3-2 changeup, Charlie.
Automatic.
Yes.
Bottom of the 4th, Escobar, Grossman, and Kepler. Skaggs coming up a 1-2-3 third. This is drilled out toward right center field. Towering shot, taking Trout back. The shot, the track will pull up, make the catch. 1 out. Escobar's 0-2.
And you can hear that sound off the bat here, this ballpark.
Grossman with a soft liner to Cozart his first time up. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. The Seattle losing Houston to Texas just underway. Astros with an early 2-0 lead in the 1st. Oakland got shut out today by Kansas City 2-0. here to pick up a game in the standings. Start of the day, 4.5 back.
Look at that, 4 teams in the AL West over 500.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive when you look at it, especially the job that Oakland has done. They're 2 games over, well, 1 game over now with the loss today. Called strike 3, down goes Grossman. 2 out, second strikeout for Tyler.
That's a perfect fastball, 93 from Skaggs. And a batter looking something off speed. Little running action on that 4-seamer. Comes back and gets the lower part of the strike zone. A lot of the strike zone.
There's Kepler, skied one to left in the second inning. Lined and that's into left center field, a base hit. 2 out knock. The second hit allowed by Skaggs. The other, the double by Sano, and here comes Sano to the plate.
Yeah, you can see why Kepler's been much better against left-handed pitching. He stayed back on that one well, using a big part of the field, not trying to pull that pitch against Tyler Skaggs. Comes up through with a base hit. Tyler so far this season been much better controlling the running game. He's allowed 3 stolen bases, 3 attempts against him this season.
Double that Sano picked up in the second inning, his 9th of the year.
Back-to-back 91-mile-an-hour fastball is one off the plate. That one on the corner. It's that arm side fastball, especially against Sano. It's going to be very important for him.
Kepler over at first, not a big lead. 1-1 off the plate, 2-1. We want to get into this extended inning now, especially after you had the first 2 outs. Kepler jumped on the first pitch, so he had 2 batters in which he threw 2 pitches to, got 1 out, gave up the hit to Kepler. Ended up striking out Grossman as well, so make sure you keep that pitch count in line. He's at 64 now with 2 outs here in the 4th. Three and 1.
And there's some talk in that Angel dugout about that pitch. I'm sure Albert Pujols would like to know where that pitch was. 26 pitches back in the 2nd inning. Pretty solid. And the other 2, 1st and 3rd here. Chance in the 4th to be quick as far as the pitch count.
Full count.
Good changeup. No looking, guessing fastball instead of changeup, pulled off on it. Differential about 7 miles per hour on the pitches thrown to Sano in this at bat.
You climb the ladder here on the fastball.
Try it, yeah. Especially because of the changeup the pitch before.
Kepler's going to take off, does so. 3-2, got him looking, froze him. 94 right down the pipe. We're through 4 with the Angels up 1-0.
appreciation for all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Halos up 1-0, top of the 5th inning. Cal Gibson back out on the mound. Angels sitting up 9-1-2. Hermosillo, Kinsler, Trout. Michael struck out looking into third. Looking a strike to start his 5th inning at bat off. Ground ball to short.
Wow, he got down that line.
He can run. Don't sleep on him.
Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Last night on a breaking ball, 411-foot home run. Tremendous launch angle, 26 degrees. Tonight, another off-speed pitch. Launch angle even more so, 32 degrees. 375-foot home run. Back-to-back home runs here in this ballpark, 3 days in a row for Kinsler.
Pulls the bat back and takes ball 1. 8 on the year, 17 RBIs.
Now all of a sudden you look up now, 19 extra base hits for Kinsler.
Two balls, no strikes. Reno.
Yeah, this will happen to you as a pitcher when you make it. You think a very good pitch. You have the hitter fooled, yet he's still able to stay back and drive it out of the ballpark. You're more apt not to challenge in the strike zone against the hitter.
Three and one. He pitches now for Gibson with Trout on deck. 3-1 now. Kinsler pulls it to third. Off of Escobar. Right to Adrianza. Low throw. Sano digs it out. How about that? Oh, 5-6-3. Just how they drew it up.
Adrianza did a nice job of using it with the bare hand. If he goes to the glove, he might not be able to throw out Kinsler at first base. Hit well off of Escobar. Adrianza catch with the bare hand, and that low throw scooped by Miguel Sano at first. All the way around, a very solid defensive play by the Minnesota Twins infield.
It's just a 6-3 putout. Trout with a single and a walk. The one pitch. Ground ball to third. This time Escobar gloves it cleanly. Trout is thrown out. The Angels down in order. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Catch in the outfield, hit the Angels batting cages, take a behind-the-scenes tour, and enjoy a barbecue picnic buffet in the Lexus Diamond Club. For more information on how to purchase those tickets, go to angels.com/Father's Day. 1-0 Halos on the Kinsler home run. We start at the bottom of the 5th. And it's the bottom third of the order coming up for Minnesota. Adrianza, Lamar, and Wilson.
4 straight batters now for Skaggs throwing that first pitch strike after starting out the game. His 3 first pitch strikes that 11 batters faced.
Check swing. They wanted appeal. Did not go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Line to left center field, a base hit. Upton's not going to be able to cut it off in time, but it goes a double to lead off this 5th inning. Adrianza's 12th of the season.
This fastball cut back again. We've seen that a couple times on a 4-seamer where it's cut back in the middle of the plate against Tyler. Adrianza now with his 12th double this season. We saw Lamar ask to bunt last night. I wonder if he'll be asked to bunt here.
Fielder's choice in the second, so he's 0 for 1. Showing bunt, takes a strike. Little cue shot back toward Skaggs. Looks the runner back. Nice play.
Good play. Be able to look it back, make sure he doesn't try to advance to third. So often you don't pay attention. You think he's going to be going. Instead, you keep him right there at second. Huge out. Under control for Skaggs. Quickly off the mound, has his body turned just in case he's got to make that throw. The third, Jose Briseño right away points to first, seeing that he's not going.
There's Bobby Wilson. Skied one to Trout. His first at-bat, that was in the 3rd inning. Both teams now with 3 hits. Halos and stranded 4, Twins 3. Bobby lifting one out to shallow right. Garcia comes in a couple of steps. 2 down. Hey, stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Nissan Game Break with Kent French.
Got to be careful now for Tyler in his first pitch, Dozier.
Dozier 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground out. Evens up the count. Tyler trying to work around that leadoff double. Keep it a 1-0 Angels lead. It's away from Brisegna, but Adrianza did not take off. That ball had some life.
Yeah.
Cutting in on Dozier.
Again, that fastball cut back. Unless you know you're going to make it to third, you're already in scoring position. You don't want to take that shot. You don't want to be that third out at third unless you get a better read on it.
One, two from Skaggs. Break the ball, blocked. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, foul tipped into the glove, and down goes Dozier. Skaggs gets the job done. 1-0 Angels.
Brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack. Part of the Buttery Jack family. Only at Jack in the Box.
Top of the 6th here in Minneapolis. Angels up by the score of 1-0. They had to wait a long time, about 4 hours, because of the rain delay. The only scoring so far, the Kinsler home run in the 3rd. As Kyle Gibson's back out of the bump. 93 pitches for the righty. The first one bounced foul. Upton, Pujols, and Valbuena for the Angels. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed for Gibson.
Lefty up in the bullpen now for Minnesota.
Bouncer toward third. Escobar's comes charging in. Off balance throw. Low throw. Sano digs it out again. 1 out. Nice play by Sano.
It's one of those tough hops too. That short hop. See how deep Escobar is playing, coming in on that baseball, quick on the transfer to low throw, but a scoop, a real good scoop and stretch by Sano at first. It's by half a stride.
Rogers now up. Albert struck out looking at a third on a questionable call. 3-2 pitch appeared to be off the plate. Got rung up. 0 for 2 thus far.
You got to think in terms of driving the ball the other way. It's a lot of pitches away against Albert. He'll throw that two-seamer off the inside corner, but most pitches away.
Out to deep left field, no doubt about it. Albert Pujols goes big fly into the second tank. 2-0 Angels.
And with that home run, his 9th of the season, ties Stan Musial on the all-time RBI list. Special moment for Albert, for a person he respected so much and loved, Stan Musial.
Tried to sneak one in on the inside part of the plate. There's the all-time RBI list. Lou Gehrig up next. Valbuena takes a strike.
Pretty impressive names. You tie Stan Musial next up. Lou Gehrig, 623rd career home run for Albert. The 87th home run for the Angels this season.
Valbuena 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
I can only imagine it's somehow, some way, they'll try to get that baseball back if they can. For Albert, tying Stan Musial on the all-time RBI list.
Just because of the relationship
Yes.
that he and Stan had. Going up in St. Louis as Luis bounces this one. Nice play by Sano. 2 outs. Go back and take a look at that home run.
Surprised it went back in the fastball. This time Albert was ready. Looking lower part of the strike zone, brought his hands in, and he was able to get the barrel of the bat on this baseball. And way out, second deck. I don't blame you for being excited about that one and keeping that baseball. A lot of times you'll see on the road, throw it back.
Cozart 1 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a single.
That's how you get a baseball.
Ground ball over to short. Adrianza has it. Halos are done here in the 6th inning, but they had a run on Albert Pujols' 9th home run of the season, 623rd of his career. It's 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
What a perfect swing and approach here by Albert to drive that one out. Halos up, 2-0.
back to take a look at the Albert home run via StatCast. 405-footer.
Yeah, 32-degree launch angle. Exit velocity just under 100 miles per hour for Albert. Very similar to the home run I saw last one he had up in Toronto, where he crushed that way down in the second deck at Rogers Center.
Rosario, Escobar, Grossman, 2-3-4. Minnesota here in the 6th inning. Breaking ball, and that's a base hit. Mentioned about Albert and his relationship with Stan the Man. Great picks of the late great Hall of Famer.
The respect they had for each other was amazing.
Escobar 0 for 2, a ground down the fly ball to center. Breaking ball for strike.
Good fastball, good location. That arm side fastball has been very effective for Skaggs.
Got him with a high fastball. One down. Take a look at the Nissan out of town scoreboard. Looks like this. Washington defeated the San Francisco Giants 7-5. Pittsburgh got shut out by the Cubbies 2-0. Boston 4-2 winners over the Sox in the Battle of the Sox. Mentioned Tampa Bay beat Seattle. Oakland got shut out 2-0, and Houston currently leading Texas 2-1. That game in Arlington. Verlander picked up the victory in the opening game of the series last night. Robbie Grossman settles in at the plate. 0 for 2 as he skies this one on the first base side, going foul and out of play.
Didn't Sin-Shu Chu hit a home run leading off the game? First time against Verlander of the season as far as the leadoff batter. Hitting a home run against Verlander last night, but still picked up the W.
Then he became angry and settled in.
Yeah. He was like 93, 94. He goes, you know what, maybe I'll just go right to my 96, 97.
That's it. Different gear. I think, what's he got now? 196 career wins. Oh, 1-1. I don't know if anybody will get to 300 wins.
No, that'd be the way the game is set up right now. It'd be very, very difficult. Bullpens used. You get a lot of chances to get decisions.
Bartolo leading the way. He just tied Juan Marichal for most wins by a Dominican pitcher. His last start. I guess conceivably could get there if he just keeps signing these one-year deals and keeps picking up W's.
Yeah.
Verlander's at 35 years of age, and he's got a lot of mileage on the arm.
Yes.
You're still 100+ wins away.
Yeah. Hall of Famer?
Verlander? No
Yeah.
question about it.
I think what he did in the postseason last year alone to go along with what he's done already as far as Cy Young MVP.
One, two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a pretty good pitch. Even though it was a little bit out of the strike zone. Never struck him out last at bat with that cutting fastball inside. Started away, got the middle part of the plate and in.
Oh, they may have gotten him. They had him picked off. Fernandez was fooled as well. He might take a look at it downstairs. Clearly leaning.
Yeah, if he got any kind of a tag on him at all, he's out. Again, it's all about going to that back part. Did he get his elbow before he got his hand? It looked like he got his hand in there.
It's a great slide.
Always, if you're a youngster, anytime in that situation, always go to that back part of the base. It's a longer tag, especially for a right-handed throwing first baseman.
Two-two to Grossman. Ground ball, left side. That'll sneak through for a base hit. Valbuena didn't even go after it. And the Twins have runners at first and third with one out. Seems like a fairly routine ground ball. It will go as a base hit for Grossman, so Kepler will bat with 2 on.
It's amazing how everything changes with that one play at first base. You can get him out. Instead, you have first and third.
I'm surprised Luis didn't dive for that ball, especially with Rosario being active on the base paths. Good speed. Kepler 1 for 2. He had a single in his last plate appearance. Skaggs about to throw his 90th pitch. Good breaking ball.
Kepler has rolled into 6 double plays. Skaggs has had 6 double plays turned behind him this season. That is the pitch you don't want to go after Kepler with, a fastball up and away, because we saw what he did that last time up, lines the baseball to left center field, because he's letting that baseball travel and looking to hit the ball that way against a left-handed pitcher.
I would almost think I'm surprised we haven't tried to go fastball in off the plate, jam him up. Go back to that slow breaking ball, or if they go upstairs to the fastball. 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball up and in.
Now you know he's looking away now. That's the time where you always think it go right back inside up, because he's tracking away, fastball or breaking ball.
Rosario at third base, Grossman at first, Sano on deck. 1 out, 1-2. Ground ball toward first. Touches the base, fires to second, the run will score. Dropped by Kessler. They'll get the third out here, but the run will count. So it's 2-1 through 6 as we head to the 7th inning. Angels still on top.
California Toyota dealers. And by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Halos up 2-1 here at the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Fernandez, Briseño, and Hermosillo. Bottom third of the order. Kyle Gibson still in this game. 104 pitches. Fernandez is 0 for 2. He's grounded out, hit a pop-up. Both times getting jammed. Gibson pitching fastballs in. Goes down with foul. Let's go back and take a look at the bouncer by Kepler. Even though it's right by the base, a tailor-made double play. If he just throws to second, they're going to turn 2, and the run doesn't count on the force.
Especially because that baseball was hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
Now you do get the double play, but because you step on the base first, the run is able to score. Still pretty good pitching there by Skaggs to get that double play ball.
I like the pitch. That's the pitch too.
Yep.
You go, he backed up that fastball up and in with another fastball in,
and he jammed them enough. Speaking of back in again. Now Fernandez has a pretty good power, 10 home runs down in AAA. So if he leaves one of those fastballs that drift out over the plate, he can go a long way against him. He's going back in again. That one drifted back out, but it was elevated.
Shift on with a full count now. Three, 2. Ground ball to right side, and I'll sneak through past Dozier. Fernandez had fallen at home plate. He's able to get to first base to actually complete the single.
It's one of those plays too in right field. A lot of times, if say you're in interleague play, a pitcher hit that, you'd be ready to throw the first base. If Kepler was, he's going to have a play at first. Pinch runner now, as he falls down, and that one gets up quickly, slips on the plate also.
Nolan Fontana will be the pinch runner at first base for Fernandez, who finishes 1 for 3.
You see the smiles, and you know it, the guys are going to have fun with him in there. Fontana will move over to third, Balbuena to first.
Briseño 0 for 2 with a fly ball right in the fielder's choice.
A lot of times when you throw over, that's by design by your manager, just to see if the batter would square around the bunt. Mentioned, remember, go-tos earlier, hit and run. That might be a good time to put a hit and run on.
Ground ball to second. They're not bunting Briseño, and it turns into a double play, 2 outs. The Scott Perry telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
12 outs via the ground ball in this game for Gibson. And the reason why you think hit and run is effective, because he's going to get a lot of ground balls. You want those middle infielders moving and covering the base.
Hermosillo's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Two balls, no strikes. Two one. Foul at the plate. They got Bobby. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. Full count.
Still pretty good velocity on his fastball. At 95.
Easily the most pitches that he has thrown in a game this year.
He's maintained the velocity first inning. 95 was his best fastball. 95 in this inning. It was 116th pitch. More than likely his last batter. Either way.
Well, he's tied his career high as far as pitches thrown, which was set back on June 10th, 2015 against Kansas City. Little liner toward Dozier. It's a one hopper. And the Angels are done here in the 7th. 2-1 Halos. Time now for the Nissan Game Break with Ken French. Early this morning, he's back at the team hotel feeling great. We've had a chance to text him back and forth. He's going to miss today and tomorrow. Then he'll be on the charter tomorrow night off to Seattle, and he is scheduled to be back in the booth on Monday at Safeco Field.
Yeah, wishing Terry all the best. Known him for a long time.
Glad he's feeling great. Glad it was just a short visit to the hospital. Sano, Adrianza, Lamar here in the 7th against Tyler Skaggs. 1-run game. Sano skies it foul. Twins first baseman doubled in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. Nolan Fontana stays the game. He's over at third. Valbuena shifts across the diamond to first base. Two balls, one strike. Slow dribbler toward third. It goes foul. 2-2. Sano's had some pretty good plate appearances against Skaggs tonight. 2-2.
That was a pretty good swing there. Still pretty firm with the fastball for Skaggs. 93. Just pulled off it enough, but still, that's the height of a fastball that he can hit the other way against you. Down and away, much better.
2-2. Jammed him. That's a fair ball. No, just foul. That was awfully close.
It's real close to going over the base.
Yeah. Breaky ball, swing and a miss. Briseño has to throw down to first. They complete the strikeout, one out.
Good pitch, good call, good block there by Briseño, and quickly gets up and gets that first out on a throw to first. Good breaking ball, located perfectly with two strikes. You want to make sure it's not in the strike zone. Remember, you got that double on a curveball that was in the strike zone the first at bat. Good adjustment there for Skaggs. 6 punch outs in the game.
Justin Anderson getting ready. Good off speed. Adrianza with a walk and a double. He led off the 5th inning with a double and was stranded there as Skaggs retired the next 3 in a row. 102 pitches for Tyler.
Coming off a game where he threw 107 his last time out.
Good pitch. 1-2. His career high, 114. That was at Texas earlier this year, April the 10th. That was in 5 innings.
Bullpen action now. Outside of that 2nd inning, very economical throughout.
And that was a 2-out little hiccup that he had. Retiring the first 2. 1-2. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You have to double to Sano, then walked Adrianza before getting Lamar hit him with that fielder's choice. Good off speed, just fouled back, got a piece of it.
And his changeup has been very good. A good go-to pitch he can throw in key situations. Still good velocity, 92.
Full count. Lamar, the center fielder, on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Breaking ball got him. Just locked him up. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 7th.
And Adrianza knew it as soon as he threw the pitch. Looking something else. Instead, it's a backdoor curveball located perfectly for Skaggs, under control. Eyes on the target, framed by Brasino, and you can see how pumped up he is hitting that spot like that.
Fielder's choice and a number back to the mound for the Twins center fielder, who takes a strike.
That backdoor curveball for Skaggs is such a good pitch because the hitter, as a hitter, you're giving up on it. You think it's a ball.
Oh, 2.
Change up again. When you have that feel for that third pitch, as that pitch count mounts, very good to be able to go to that. Right now for Tyler Skaggs, this is your game. This is your very best pitch right now. Best pitch of the game you want to throw at this moment to finish off 7 really good innings.
Fastball upstairs. There it is.
Larry, the cheese, upstairs with a fastball, swing and miss.
Just 5 hits. He has been solid once again as the Halos hanging on to a 1-run lead as we head to the top of the 8th inning with the top of the order coming up, looking for some insurance runs. Kent French back with you. And don't forget, following this one, it's Angels Live presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers with myself and Mark Gubaza. Of course, we'll talk about Tyler Skaggs' performance. Ian Kinsler goes deep again, and Albert Pujols ties Stan Musial on the all-time RBI list. So much to talk about. It's the post-game show, or better known as Team Germany.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Way to go, Frenchie.
Good luck with that, Schmedium. Kinsler will face Trevor Hildenberger. Comes on in relief. This will be his 29th appearance. 1-1 with a 2.61 ERA. 31 innings of work, 25 strikeouts. Kyle Gibson ended up going 7 innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 of which were home runs. Kinsler has 1 of them. That one misses around the plate for ball 1. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks for Gibson. Kinsler 1 for 3 with that home run. That was in the 3rd. He's homered in 3 straight. Now with 8 jacks on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hildenberger, 27-year-old. San Jose native. Went to Cal Berkeley. 22nd round pick by the Twins in 2014. 1-2. So how frustrated Kinsler is there with him not pulling the trigger on it. Trout on deck, then Upton. Ground ball left side. Escobar to his left has it. 1 down. And the 2018 FIFA World Cup is coming to Fox and FS1 with every match live and over 300 hours of coverage of the world's biggest sporting event. It's just 5 days away, only on Fox and FS1.
Oh, yes. There they are.
Go.
Yeah.
Jose and I going with Spain.
Team Germany.
The front runner going with Germany. Frenchie just hanging on.
Oh.
I see you down there, Frenchie, shaking your head. I see you. You look good, though. Chow with a single, walk, and a ground out. And he skies one down the left field line. Long run over by Rosario, and he'll run out of room. Just goes foul. That had some serious height to it. Trout skying this one out towards center field. Moving back on it is Lamar, just shy of the track. It's the deepest part of that ballpark.
He just missed that one. Go back to my Hyundai key for the Angels today. Within your reach. A couple of mistakes by Kyle Gibson. The difference as 2 home runs again for the Halos, giving him now 87, including Albert Pujols with his 9th home run, 623rd of his career, and he tied Stan Musial on the all-time RBI list with that home run.
Upton. Strike out, walk, and a ground out. 0 for 2. And hits Upton. 2 out, hit by pitch. Justin will be on board for Albert.
And Upton's been hit quite a bit of late. That fastball was trying to throw to the outside part of the plate. Ran back in again though on him.
4th time that he's been hit this year.
See where Wilson's set up and it runs in. Just above the elbow.
check in on Justin. Albert 1 for 3 with a home run in the 6th, his 9th of the year, 33rd RBI. Upton takes off. Throw down by Wilson, and Upton is safe. Stole a base.
Looked like he was able to get underneath the tag. Be his 4th stolen base. They're going to take a look at it. Pretty big jump. You got that foot in there.
Man in scoring position for Albert. He's got a 1-0 count.
I think Albert would love that pitch right back again.
One. Halos up 2-1 here in the 8th with 2 outs. Justin Anderson was warming for the Angels. Tyler Skaggs more than likely done after 7 innings. 9-1-2 coming up for Minnesota. Wilson, Dozier, and Rosario. Two.
That's that very pitch. He was called a strike earlier. Albert Pujols with 11 RBI in his last 13 games, including 1 here today. Looking to pick up his 2nd RBI.
Two. Albert lines this one through the left side of base hit. Upton is going to be waved around. Here comes a throw from Rosario. Good one, and Upton is out at the plate. So Albert picks up the hit, but does not get the RBI. We will head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Angels still up a run.
Yeah, Rosario did a real nice job of charging that baseball. Got a lot on that throw to home plate. You see the tag applied. It's 2-1.
LP Advantage, your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.tv Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Here at the bottom of the 8th inning, 9-1-2 coming up from Minnesota. Logan Morrison will pinch hit to start things off. Justin Anderson's on in relief. 20th game, 1-1 with a 3.72 ERA. Bobby Wilson finishes the night going 0 for 2 with 2 fly ball outs. Logan Morrison, sky went out toward right field, not very deep. Mosillo is there. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 8th. Brings up Dozier. Dozier 0 for 3, a pop-up ground down to strikeout. First pitch is just a little bit low. Two and out. Tyler Skaggs, 7 innings, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run.
What an outstanding effort for Tyler Skaggs, considering you had to wait 4 hours to make your first pitch of a game.
Three 3-0. Duke, the lefty, Rodney, of course, the right-hander playing catch. He's their closer. Three and 1. Rosario on deck. Full count. Full count. Here's payoff. Dozier takes a called strike, 3, 2 outs.
Boy, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Anderson, located perfectly. Lower part of the strike zone. Good movement. 98. Second out of the inning.
There's Rosario. Very good throw to gun down Upton at the plate to finish the top of the inning. Eddie 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored in the 6th.
Rosario did a nice job as far as charging a baseball. Threw at Justin Upton at the plate. So well, he charged that baseball. And a little bit up the third base side of the home plate area, but still a firm throw, giving Wilson a chance to apply the tag. Out of that hand, 95-mile-an-hour throw from Rosario.
1-1. 2-1. Fouled off the mask of Briseño. Opens up the count. Halos in the ninth inning have Valbuena, Cozart, and Fontana due up. More than likely Duke coming in unless something happens here with Rosario.
That's a nice gesture by Jim Reynolds to walk that baseball out to give Briseño a little bit of a breather at that foul ball off the mask.
Another young fan of the baseball.
That's awesome. Big smile.
Two balls, two strikes, two outs. We're in the bottom of the eighth. Angels up one.
Boy, does he have some coverage of the plate.
He's thinking the exact same thing. That's
Wow.
98 off the plate.
That is a perfect pitch. I mean, you can't throw a pitch any better than that, and he fouled it off.
Spoiled a pretty good pitch there.
We talked about that last night, his comparison with Vlad Guerrero and the late Kirby Puckett as far as able to hit really good pitchers' pitches that aren't necessarily in the strike zone.
Full count.
Had some really good at-bats throughout this game. Seen a lot of pitches. This will be the 23rd pitch he has seen this evening.
Eduardo Escobar on deck. 3-2. Ground ball, base hit. So 2 for 4 game puts the tying run on base. And the go-ahead run coming to the plate, Eduardo Escobar.
That's just a great at-bat. I mean, Justin Anderson, he threw a lot of really good pitches to Eddie Rosario. And finally, he got a pitch, he can get the barrel of the bat on it, and he got a base hit with it.
Outfielders moving back to no doubles alignment all the way around. Escobar, the third baseman today, 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. That was in the 6th. Skies this one out toward left center field. Trout positioned perfectly is there. We head to the ninth with the Angels on top, 2-1. Download the app and take Fox Sports West and Angels Baseball with you wherever you go, and it's presented by Coors Light. Top of the ninth, it's a 2-1 Angels lead. New pitcher on for the Minnesota Twins, 32. Zach Duke pitching in his 28th game. 2-2 mark at a 3.48 ERA. Going old school with the stirrups showing. Pad legs pulled up. The Angels will send up Valbuena, Cozart, and Fontana. That is legit old school. Those aren't the painted on stirrup socks. Those are stirrups.
Yes. Duke's fastballs 86 to 90. He'll throw a curveball, slider, changeup.
Valbuena hitless so far, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
He was lefty versus lefty. The shift still on against Valbuena. Certainly would be available if he just wanted to push a bunt down that third baseline.
Escobar playing back a little bit towards the shortstop side. Breaking ball, and that's out toward right center field. Long run for Lamar and Kepler. Kepler calls him off. 1 out. Reaching for that pitch. Leadoff man retired. Here comes Zach Cozart. Zach, a 1 for 3 game. He singled back in the 4th. Angels with 2 runs on 6 hits. 2 solo home runs, Kinsler and Pujols. They've stranded 5. Minnesota with 1 run on 6 hits. They've left 5 on base as well. Blake Parker getting ready. Minnesota in the 9th left Grossman, Kepler, and Sano due up. One ball with strike. Ground ball to third. Escobar backing up. 2 down. Nolan Fontana coming up for his first plate appearance. One was a pitch runner for Fernandez. That was in the 7th inning. Took over at third base.
That's 15 outs via the ground ball for Minnesota on the defensive side today. When you think about that, the Angels, as far as fly ball percentage, amongst the tops in baseball in that category.
One ball with strike. One. 2 balls, 1 strike. Long day at the ballpark today for both teams. Two on. 2-2. Fans stuck around. Pretty steady drizzle for about 3 hours. 2-2. Montana strikes out, swinging ahead of the bottom of the ninth. Angels up 1.
Inning himself, Tyler Skaggs, 7 very good innings to try to hold on to this 2-1 lead. 5 saves so far in 6 opportunities. This will be his 30th game, 2.73 ERA for Blake Parker.
He's going to get the switch inning, Robbie Grossman, to lead things off here in the ninth. Grossman will be followed by Max Kepler and then Miguel Sano. Grossman 1 for 3 so far, as Parker delivers ball 1. Parker last night, 1 inning, closing it out. It was 1-2-3 ninth inning, picking up his 6th save. Popped up left side. Cozart calls off Fontana. 1 down. Kepler 1 for 3, had a single in the 4th. That's it for a strike.
Good backdoor curveball. It's a pitch he's gotten a better feel for also as this season has progressed for Blake Parker.
One ball, 1 strike. Tyler Skaggs, 7 innings, 1 hit. Pardon me, 1 run, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Justin Anderson, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Now Parker trying to close it out. 1-1. Kepler swinging a miss on the off speed, 1-2. Parker's 1-2. Some lifted foul territory. Fontana might have a play. He's underneath it. 2 down. Couple of pop-ups to start the ninth. Now the ever dangerous Miguel Sano coming up. Sano had a double in the second. He has struck out twice since then, so 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike. Oh, 1.
Couple 93-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah, a little interesting finish there by Blake Parker after delivering that pitch. Check swing. Looked like he went around. No.
Looked like a pretty good
2-1.
pitch. I think the pitch itself was pretty good. It was a splitter.
Here's 2-1. 3-1. Sano shoots one out to right field. Hermosillo fortunately knocks it down with a glove.
That's one of those plays too, especially on a play like that. You just keep that ball in front of you. You can see Mike Trout going to talk to him right away, saying you want to keep that in front. You want to make sure it's a single. Even though you want to try to catch everything, you don't want to double. Good piece of hitting by Sano. Fortunately enough, was able to keep that baseball in front of him.
Gregorio Petit is the pinch runner at first base for Sano. We're going to have he thought about diving for it, and then at the last second, he said, fortunately, that ball hits the top of the glove. Jake Cave is going to pinch hit for Adrianza. Cave made his major league debut on May the 19th. 50 games at AAA Rochester, 280 batting average, 5 home runs, 25 runs batted in. In for a strike. 0-2.
Spot once again.
Good lead for Petit at first base. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Light that baby up as the Angels make it 2 in a row against the Twins tonight. The final 2-1.
Another great pitch game by an Angel starter. Tyler Skaggs dealt Albert Pujols. Big day also. Runs that fastball. Blake Parker picks up the save. Talk about that velocity coming back. Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Albert Pujols hit a solo home run, giving him RBI number 1951, tying Stan Musial for 6th on the all-time list. Congratulations to Albert Pujols and the Angels here this afternoon into this evening.
The Halos picking up the victory, now picking up a game 2 of the standings. The brisk 2 hours and 53 minutes. Angels at 37-20.